Moving may be difficult, particularly when it comes to choosing a new home. Don't worry, this site will assist you in determining if Pennsylvania is the location of your next great trip. If you have the question, is Pennsylvania a country, you may continue to read this. We will be sharing all the important details that you need to be aware of it. Is Pennsylvania a country? No, it is not. Pennsylvania is not only very difficult to spell, but also difficult to accurately express. Within an hour's drive, what holds true in one region of the state may be quite different in another. Our advice is to accept the inconsistencies, take pleasure in the people you'll meet, plan enjoyable activities with the money you'll save, the cost of living is rather cheap here, and get a warm snowsuit. We won't pretend to know all there is to know about living in Pennsylvania, but with the assistance of our local team members, we will offer the key information regarding migrating and living in this state. By the way, we're Bellhop, and we make relocating far simpler than you could have ever imagined. To and from Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and pretty much anywhere else, we can assist you with your move. Greater than read, is traveling a hobby? The ultimate guide to an exciting way of life. Greater than learn about the downsides of traveling as a hobby. Some interesting facts about Pennsylvania. Technically, it is not a state. One of the 4 commonwealths on the American continent is Pennsylvania, the others are Kentucky, Massachusetts, and Virginia. This is a remnant of 18th century political thought, which in the grand scale of things has little to do with day-to-day affairs. Although it calls itself a commonwealth, Pennsylvania is known as the Keystone State because of its crucial role in the country's formation. Pennsylvania takes pleasure in being the first to accomplish a lot of great things. It was the first state in the Union to establish an abolition statute and the first to protest against slavery. It was here that the first American flag, stock market, computer, car repair shop, daily newspaper, zoo, toll road, hospital, art gallery, radio broadcast, minor league baseball game, and commercial pretzel manufacturer all took place. What benefits and drawbacks come with relocating to Pennsylvania? Like any place else, living in Pennsylvania has its advantages and disadvantages. There are some truly fantastic things about it and other not so great things to deal with. We're going to start by eliminating those annoying scams. Cons of Pennsylvanian life. Winter may be quite harsh. From December through February, you may anticipate freezing temperatures, frequent snowstorms, slick roads, and overcast sky. In Pennsylvania, tornadoes may sometimes occur throughout the spring and summer, particularly in the mountains and highlands. It may be fun to drive. Highway on-ramps seem random, some are quite brief and throw you into traffic quickly, while others give you time to gradually integrate. At the end of the ramp, some even feature a stop sign. The famed Pittsburgh left may also happen when 2 vehicles collide at a crossroads without a left turn lane or arrow. In order to prevent a backup of traffic, the vehicle who is driving straight gives the car who wishes to turn left the green light. A quick flashlight flash, pointing, or waving signal the agreement. The foundation might be a touch rickety. The difficulties of driving are exacerbated by the fact that many roads and bridges need maintenance. The benefits of relocating to Pennsylvania. Here, the cost of living is around 1% lower than the national average and substantially more in the state's central and more rural regions. Although housing costs are 8% below the national average, you save money on them. Utilities are 7% more expensive. It is quite simple to live well in this state on a little wage since it is rated number 15 overall for affordability. Taxes are affordable and simple to figure out. Everybody pays a fixed 3.07% state income tax rate. And although Pennsylvania may not be the first state that comes to mind when you contemplate retiring, it ought to be. In Pennsylvania, retirement income, including that from 401k plans, Social Security, pensions, and IRAs, is not subject to state taxes. It is lovely. The state even has its own Grand Canyon in addition to the state's woods, mountains, waterfalls, rock formations, and rolling farmlands, also known as Pine Creek Gorge. And here in Pennsylvania, you'll definitely get the whole 4 different seasons experience. Economy and employment in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania used to be a major economic force, mostly because of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, which was then the 8th largest city in the country, produced half of the nation's steel in the 1950s. Even though that age of prosperity is over, Pittsburgh still offers a lot of opportunities, and Philadelphia. Despite this, Pennsylvania's economy as a whole behind that of other states. Pennsylvania's primary sectors have traditionally been manufacturing and agriculture, but the state is now concentrating on developing new businesses like robots and AI as well as a green jobs workforce that is projected to be present in all areas of the state's economy. Because of Pittsburgh's thriving startup ecosystem, robust economy, and affordable cost of living compared to other, much bigger East Coast towns like Boston or New York City, young professionals are now moving there in waves. Pennsylvania provides opportunity, financial progress, and a good standard of living. The amount of opportunity, economic growth, and quality of life that Pennsylvania has to offer are challenging issues. Due to their size, Pennsylvania's smaller towns and cities could not offer as much as those in major cities like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, which are brimming with opportunities. The city is home to some of the top colleges in the world, prestigious medical centers, a rich cultural heritage, and 4 lovely seasons. Apart from a very chilly winter, Pennsylvania has all you need for a great standard of living. If you recall, we previously explained that Pennsylvania is referred to as the Keystone State due to its geographic center. Additionally, this has endowed the state with many kilometers of breathtaking terrain, including mountain paths, enormous lakes, and magnificent woods. So, if you wish to spend time outside, Pennsylvania won't provide any obstacles. Cities in Pennsylvania to visit. Before we continue, it should be made clear that best refers to whatever you consider to be a fantastic existence. Our top recommendations will appear ridiculous to you if you're trying to farm or simply want to get away from the city. Most of the time, we are concentrating on bigger, metropolitan or suburban locations. However, Pennsylvania offers a wide range of possibilities, so you're likely to locate the ideal location. Pennsylvania Eastern. The biggest metropolis in the state, Philadelphia, has all the metropolitan amenities one could possibly need in a human-sized city. With the Philadelphia Museum of Art, South Street, Constitution Hall, amazing restaurants, theaters, and shopping, it's a wonderful blend of the ancient and the modern. The Philadelphia region is home to 12 Fortune 500 organizations, including Comcast and Crown Holdings, and 10 of the biggest law firms in the nation. The U.S. Mint's East Coast operations and a branch of the Federal Reserve Bank are also situated close by, giving the federal government a significant presence there as well. The city is also renowned as one of the biggest locations for health-related education and research in the country. It makes sense that this area of the state has a greater cost of living than the rest. The Allentown Symphony Hall, the Da Vinci Science Center, the America on Wheels Museum, and Lehigh Canal Park are all located in Allentown, the third largest metro region in Pennsylvania. Many of the older industrial mills and manufacturing facilities are being converted into flats and lofts, and there are a variety of historic residences and structures in this area. NYC or Philadelphia are a 2-hour trip away. Reading, which is close to Bear Creek Mountain, has a lower cost of living than the national average and is smaller and a lot calmer than its 2 eastern neighbors. Reading is referred to be the outlet capital of the world, so you'll have lots of places to spend your extra money. Mid-state Pennsylvania. In this area, living expenses are lower than the national average, and daily activities move at a wonderfully slower pace. The majority of Amish people in the nation reside in Lancaster, Ephrata. Historic sites like Gettysburg National Park are available in Gettysburg and Harrisburg. Central Pennsylvania is fond about the outdoors, including festivals. Be sure to attend the Milton Fringe Festival, Beaver Community Fair, Bloomsburg Fair, and Selinsgrove Market Street Festival, to mention a few. Pennsylvania's West. Here, at the confluence of the Allegheny, Ohio, and Monongahela rivers, sits Pittsburgh, the second largest city in the state. Steel City is renowned for its thriving, strollable downtown. Here, companies like Facebook and Google operate. The city features a vibrant club and music scene in addition to the Carnegie Museums of Pittsburgh, Children's Museum of Pittsburgh, the Andy Warhol Museum, and other art galleries that will keep you occupied. Thanks to the city's several universities, including Carnegie Mellon University, the University of Pittsburgh, and Duquesne University, its population is diversified. Despite all of this, the cost of living is a little lower than average nationwide. Families should choose Squirrel Hill, couples with careers should consider Lawrenceville, and young professionals should consider East Liberty. Want a breathtaking vista? View the residences atop Mount Washington. Sewickley, Fox Chapel, and Mount Lebanon are examples of suburbs. Should you be visiting? We still have to sell Pennsylvania. It's kind of like our secret weapon that we've been keeping until now because it's so wonderful. Have you prepared? Do you have a seat? We anticipate that you'll like this. We assume you've consumed a significant amount of Hershey's chocolate over the years, whether it was in the form of chocolate kisses, almond joys, or Mr. Goodbars. We are aware of this. It so happens that Pennsylvania is home to Hershey, the sweetest spot in the country. In our perspective, the fact that Milton S. Hershey founded the renowned Hershey Chocolate Company in Pennsylvania alone could be reason enough to relocate. With a cheap cost of living, the state's natural beauty, the ability to fully experience all four seasons, and fantastic cities like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia that give plenty of opportunities. There is no compelling reason for you not to relocate to Pennsylvania, in our opinion. Do you? We are here to assist you when you are prepared to move. Making your relocation as smooth and straightforward as humanly feasible is our first priority as Pittsburgh movers and Philadelphia movers. Anytime, we're pleased to address any of your inquiries. What makes Pennsylvania special? There are few things that make Pennsylvania quite special. If you are looking forward to visiting Pennsylvania, it is important to keep these facts in your mind. Then you will be able to get the most out of time that you are going to spend in Pennsylvania as well. Pennsylvania is quite popular for baseball. If you are a true baseball fan, you don't need to think twice before visiting Pennsylvania. That's because you will be able to experience regular football encounters while you are spending your time in here. On the other hand, Pennsylvania is having the chocolate capital of the world as well. That's none other than Hershey. You will also be able to visit there and have a great time with chocolates during the time that you spend in here. The very first capital city of the US, less than Philadelphia, is also located in Pennsylvania. Final words. Now you know answers to the question on whether Pennsylvania is a country or not. It is a prominent state that you can find in the United States. Keep these facts in mind and you will be able to plan your visit accordingly.